at 7 a.m. we go to surgery. We will be in ICU for a day, I think, one day. UAB it's an efficiency apartment, and it's right by the hotels or the hospitals, so we go there. I go back and forth, and they just make sure I'm not rejecting the kidney and that everything is working. It better be working.
I'm telling you.
I'm going back for the other one.
And I told her she better take care of it because that's the only one she's getting. I would say the first time right after my interview, she asked me, this was like back in March, I guess, the nurse up in Birmingham had called me for a 20-minute interview. I was right in the middle at Target. So I'm standing there answering all these questions, and she got through and she said that she would call me back. And she called me and told me I was a match. I said, I'm a match. She said, you're a good match. And she said, now, how do you feel? Are you willing to go to the next step? I said, I wouldn't have taken this step if I wasn't. And I told her from the time I called her, that was my decision. I went over to Jeanette's and told her, and I think it kind of surprised her. It was a hard reaction to it. It's like, oh.
Shock.
Yeah.
Shock. You know, I was told when I went to the different transplant places that it was going to be between 5 and 7 years for a transplant. So at that point I thought, well, it'll be 5 to 7 years, so I just need to be patient and it will happen. Then when Patty came and told me, it took a while, and then it was like this emotional thing, and it was like I couldn't talk. Well, for me that's really bizarre because I'm never speechless. It's really hard when you have a friend that's doing it for you and you don't want anything to go wrong. But the day that they called me from UAB and said, okay, we're going to set up your surgery date, that's when I thought, it's really going to happen. This is really amazing. It's going to happen. I think blessed is a good word. You know, it's something that happens to you that you have no control over, and that you know that God is in control and He made this decision for you, and you go with it, because if it's okay with God, how can it be wrong? And that's just the way I felt. It's like, you know, thank you.
Now it's like, what are you doing? Quick, go back, leave that kitchen. They can work in that kitchen over there. You're too tired. You leave. You don't need to be working. And then I found out she was going to see Ashley several weeks ago. And jokingly, I said to Glenda, she didn't ask me if she could go.
I had to sneak out of town.
Yeah, but I worried about her. The whole time she was gone, I worried about her.
You know, I thought of Ecclesiastes. I mean, that's the first thing I thought about, Ecclesiastes. That 2 are better than 1. If one falls down, his friend will pick him up. And that a cord of 3 strands is stronger. Well, I have had so much encouragement. All I can think of is that anybody that is not in a home congregation like Gateway, I feel so sorry for them, because they don't know what support is until you have a congregation that is there. People are calling you, sending you cards, and I appreciate every single one of them.
Oh, yes.
And it means so much to me. I mean, I keep them all in a book and go through the book, you know, periodically, just so I can remember, you know, all these wonderful people.
I've had cards sent to me, so many, and I've got a collection of them. And it even has our names in them, you know. They have just specialized these things, and just such sweet cards and comments.